In this video, we are going to create a completely constrained geometry of example 1. Here you can see this is example 1. First, we are going to create this entire boundary and then we are going to give the dimensions and of course the geometrical constraints to completely constrain this sketch. Let us start. Here I have created a new file and now I am inside the sketcher workbench of the new file. Let us create the rough sketch. We'll click on this line tool, the line chain tool, and let us create a rough sketch. I'll click here and create a vertical line. You can see the line is getting snapped here and we will be able to create a vertical line. Click. This is a horizontal line. Let us zoom in a bit. Let us create the rough sketch. Click here. If you move, you can see another constraint is getting formed. This is an auto constraint that is getting formed, such as the vertical and the horizontal constraint. This auto constraint is called equality. So what this means is the line which is getting formed now will be equal with respect to the green line. We don't want that. So we'll just move it and make it somewhere here. Again, we'll move up. You can see that equal symbol is again coming up. We don't want that. Click here. So you have to form the lines such that this unnecessary constraints doesn't get involved. Otherwise, it will be a hectic situation to find out which constraint is creating the problem. I'll click somewhere here and maybe join. Click on the escape key. You can see a completely closed geometry has been created. Now let us give the constraints. We'll start by creating this line as horizontal. So we'll select this horizontal constraint and select this line. You can see. Now let us give the geometrical constraints first. Now if you see the drawing here, this line is 20 mm, this is 20, this is 20 and this is also 20. So all these 4 lines are equal. Let us give the relation of equality between these 4 lines. First, let us take the dimension of one line. You can see the dimension is given here. So just double click on this dimension and if you see here the dimension is 20. Let us give 20 to this line. Now we will take equality. You can see this is equal constraint. Click on it. This line and this line are equal. You can see that constraint has come. Again, this line and this line are equal. This line and this line are equal. Now, let us go for the other dimensions. We'll take dimensional constraint. This entire length is 100 mm. You can see. This entire length has been given here. Press on the escape key to exit from the command. You can see. Just double click on this and we will give this as 50. Now, if you want to lock these dimensions, just click on this dimension and lock it so that it will not change. Even this dimension also, if we lock it, it's better, so that it doesn't change while we move the object. Now let us give the other dimensions. Here, this 20 we have given, 50 we have given, and 100 we have given. The next dimension is this 25 and 12.5. This dimension is also 25. So we can give a relation between this line and this line as equality. Let us first give equality, then we will proceed. This line is equal to this line. And Let us give the dimension of this line. You can see the dimension is already given here, so we can just double click on this and give 25. Similarly, here also the dimension has been given. This is 12.5. This length is also 50. So we can give a coincidence constraint between this line and this line. And you can see all the dimensions have been given. But still the figure is not completely constrained because we have not given the dimension with the references. If I hold this and move, you can see it is moving. These two dimensions we have not locked, so that's why this figure is defiguring. Now after I lock it, if I move, you can see it's not defiguring. So I really advise locking the dimensions is the best option. Now let us go for coinciding this line with this axis. Again, we can go for coinciding this line with this axis. And this figure is completely constrained. Press on the escape key, and now if I want to move it, press the left mouse button on the line and move the mouse. You have to keep pressing the left mouse button and move the mouse. So you can see we have created a completely constrained geometry of example 1.